For those keeping up with the discussion topics in the iOS gaming community, it seems the wheel has spun back around to discussions of whether or not freemium has a place in the industry. For me personally, I believe it is, much like any other system, a valid one. However, if you allow your gameplay to suffer just to manipulate or otherwise turn a quick buck, then it becomes a problem. Leave your thoughts on the topic in the comments below. For now, let's jump into the Friday news wrap-up for the 20th of January, 2012. After a brief stopover in the larger seas of the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live Arcade, Chaotic Moon and Certain Affinity are bringing their swashbuckling title, Age of Booty, to iOS and Android devices soon. Notable features include cross-platform multiplayer and a single-player campaign to teach some of the finer points of the gameplay. A date for release is yet to be announced. This tidbit comes courtesy of our friends over at Pocket Gamer UK, as Gameloft confirmed that their first Unreal 3 engine-powered iOS title will be hitting the App Store in either the first or second quarter of 2012. Sadly, additional details are thin as they're all embargoed, but hopefully the publisher releases more info about this title soon. For those of you who keep up with the indie scene on the PC, may already know or have completed the Portal-esque puzzle title Cube. UK-based developer Toxic Games recently announced their intention to bring the block-manipulating title to the App Store, though it looks like they're still working on the very basics of how it's going to make the transition. Development time is currently up in the air, however the studio would love to have it out later this year. Publisher Crescent Moon Games has recently submitted their upcoming title, Kids vs. Goblins, to the App Store, and iPad gamers will be the lucky ones to play this Battle Heart-like title first. Players take control over 3 children, each with a set of unique spells that can be combined to tactically destroy enemies over 7 different environments. We look forward to checking the game out once it has been released. As mentioned at the beginning of the news wrap-up, freemium titles are currently on people's minds, and so I present to you a game I believe does things right, or at least right enough to make it worth your time. Order Up to Go by Supervillain and Chillingo is a fun mix of Cooking Mama meets management-style titles like Sally's Spa. It's your job as a newly arrived chef to revitalize the restaurants in the area by constantly adding new recipes, keeping customers happy, and impressing the local critic. What makes the game so worthwhile is the way in which it doesn't compromise its basic gameplay by the inclusion of levels or time restrictions on play, something fans of the previously mentioned games will enjoy. The limiting factor is, instead, the amount of cash earned, which is used to purchase ingredients for items on the menu. Should you ever run out, you could top up the coffers at a fast food joint and continue on your way. The only major complaint one could direct at the game is the incessant advertising players are subjected to. However, a 99-cent option to remove the adverts is available. Fun, simple, and gorgeous to look at, Order Up to Go is what the freemium model should be all about. Despite some incredibly fun titles coming out last week, there's only one clear winner for Game of the Week, and that's Fifth Cell's wonderfully addictive title, Run Roo Run. Sporting an absolute truckload of content, with more being released each week, its simple, single-touch gameplay suits Twitch gamers and casual audiences alike thanks to fast restarts, short levels, and a charmingly rendered world that's a joy to look at. A great pickup whether you're a hardcore platformer or someone after a relaxing title to play in spare moments of the day. As always, keep an eye on our Twitter or Facebook feeds for all the latest news and reviews. Fans of game soundtracks should definitely be on the lookout for a competition in the near future. Have a great weekend. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.